Hello, YouTube family, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I want to discuss with you back where my family comes from. What I'm doing today is called I Banyan, meaning I'm making an educated guess based upon what I've seen in the Bath and Body Works store, the buzz that I've heard on social media. And I want to share this information with you because no one else is putting these guesses out. Lips are sealed tight as to which candles we can expect to be 75% off. I have not gotten any information from anyone but myself. But there are certain candles that I know are going to be on that 75% off rack, and therefore I want to tell you which one of those 75% off dogs you will hunt. These are the 75% off dogs that will hunt. If you're on a budget or you spent the wad on, sharing Christmas cheer like I did, and you're excited at the opportunity to get some 75% off candles, these are candles that have already been in the store. They already are available, and I guarantee you, if they are in store, they are going to be 75% off. Now, there's some other candles in here that I hope will be 75% off, and I'm like 50-50. I'm halfway, and I'll give you my reasoning as to why I think some really popular candles are going to be 75% off and some real dogs are going to be 75% off. But if you like, sometimes one man's treasure, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So the first candle that I know is going to be on that 75% off, Autumn Trail. This candle did awful. The reviews are awful on the website when it was there. It came out for fall. In fact, this collection was so poorly received that it was on sale for $10.95 when it first came out, plus 33% off at the time. So you could have bought this when it first came out at $7.50, and nobody hardly bought it. Okay, at $7.50. So I know Autumn Trail is going to be on that 75% off. And I'm gonna tell you up front, if you buy this candle, just buy it for your emergency kit. Say you need some light or something, and you need a candle to put in an emergency kit. I did not like the smell of it. Once I bought this when I didn't know very much about Bath and Body Works. We only had a store in my area for a year, so I didn't know. So I was like, in comparisons to the candles that I was getting from Dollar Tree and stuff, this Autumn Trail was really nice. It is a strong cedar wood. It smells like the inside of a rabbit's cage. Gather. It was not well received. There are quite a few of us that like this candle, but most people preferred other candles. This is an extremely strong candle, and I would highly recommend it. If you're in a place where you're saying the candles aren't strong enough, this is one of my top 3 strongest candles. You only need to use it for a small period of time. One candle will last me like 3 years or 4 years or something like that. This is that. Open it up in the bathroom if it needs deodorizing. If you cook with garlic, put it in your kitchen for a little bit. It's one of my top 3 strongest candles. It smells like a very, very intense apple pie. It's like you are a apple pie factory. That's all you bake are apple pies with strong clove and cinnamon, and the clove is overriding in this. The nutmeg is extreme. The apples are divine. The cinnamon is just right. I love this candle. Bourbon Maple. I am one of the few people who like this candle. It smells like bacon. It smells like applewood smoked bacon. And the notes in here, applewood and maple syrup. And it is very, very smoky, but it smells like you're curing meat. I personally would recommend that you get it, and it is a very strong candle. One of these will do you a lifetime. I like the packaging on it. I like the lid on it, but maple syrup is not. A lot of people at Bath and Body Works don't like maple syrup, so maple syrup and smoky It's not getting a lot of love, but I would highly recommend, if you don't already have this, pick one up if it's on the 75% off rack. Now, this is one I'm hoping is on the 75% off rack. It's blackberry tea leaf. A lot of people had a strong aversion to this scent. I love it. It's a wonderful tea scent. It's not my top 10 candles, but as far as the uniqueness of it, I love it. I love the lid on it. This was the only candle in this collection that people were adverse to, and for that reason, I think it is going to be on the 75% off rack. And I would highly recommend, if you smell it and it doesn't, you don't find it just tolerable, I would say pick it up. I love that. Blackberry tea leaf. It's not blackberry bramble, this is blackberry tea leaf. It is a strong tea leaf, and it has a very cloying note to it, which I find relaxing. We're the darlings of fall. You guys, this is done. This is Cider Lane. I like the packaging on this one. The burn on it was not that great, but I think that all of the fall candles that get returned for people getting spring candles, and they get returned for people getting winter candles, and the ones that people return because they want Christmas candles and they didn't use them, I don't think that Bath & Body Works is going to hold on to these wonderful candles. So I think that you can score some really great purchases, just because I don't believe that when they can get cash today, they can get $5 worth of cash today and be done with it, with people who love this scent and like to hoard them. I think they're going to do that. So I think you're going to find fall candles like Cider Lane selling at 75% off. The other candles that I'm thinking are going to be 75% off, Blueberry Maple Pancakes. There were a lot of people who really liked this candle, but at Candle Day, I'm seeing these candles being returned left and right. People are returning them full and unused. Whatever they bought as backups for fall, I'm seeing them come into my store. So therefore, I think that you will be able to pick up some Blueberry Maple Pancakes. This was the Pumpkin Peanut Brittle, and I think this candle will be 75% off. Any candles I think from fall that are returned will be 75% off. Those are the ones I have. And let me see, sweet cinnamon pumpkin, leaves, all those really, really nice fall candles. Now I'm going to show you the Christmas candles that I'm hoping will be 75% off. Even though they are Christmas candles, I noticed at the summer SAS, I didn't see any Christmas candles. So I'm thinking that at the end of the year, they're like, forget about it. Let's get rid of this stuff and call it a day. So I'm thinking, this is a candle that I adore. It's Arctic Berry. It has quite a few fans, but I think there are more people who are like, oh, it's just so-so and this, that, and the other. I think if you see Arctic Berry for 75% off, I like this scent. I enjoy it. I think it's quite a unique scent. And I suspect this scent will not be coming back again because it's not selling out. It's always online. And Arctic Berry, look for it for 75% off. That's what I'm thinking. Come back and tell me where I nailed it. Cherry Frost. Some of us love Cherry Frost. I love Cherry Frost. Cherry Frost is not available in any stores anymore. I don't believe they're making any more of it, but people are going to return these candles who get them for Christmas and don't want it. This scent is not well loved. The reviews on YouTube are just so-so. On Instagram, not very many people are raving over this candle. I happen to be one of the people who love it. Winter is my favorite candle season because I use pine and balsam and everything, and I like woodsy notes. So the wood plus the cherry, I like that. If you see this candle, I think you should get it. It's a very strong candle like Cherry Merlot, but it's sweeter than Cherry Merlot, okay? And then I think this Home for the Holidays collection. Creamy Nutmeg, I'm not the biggest fan of this because I think it's too light, but if you can get it for 75% off, I was watching Love Something or Another. She just did her Candle Day haul, and she just uses 2 of these candles in a room. Normally I cannot afford 2 candles, but at 75% off, I think I might be able to work it. I'm going to be giving this away to somebody for Christmas. So, you know, that's why I have this candle. But for 75% off, I will put it in my own personal wardrobe of candles for decorating. And red velvet cupcake. This is a Christmas dog. I mean, there are people who love this candle, but there are a lot of people who talk about the scentlessness of it. My mother is not into candles. I took her into the store because we were picking gifts. She didn't like the candles that I picked. So she went with me and was helping me to pick better gifts for her friends. And she said she couldn't smell anything with this one. So if you're giving to a mature lady, you might not want to give this one because, you know, maybe their nose, you give it to them for them to enjoy, not for me to enjoy. And she did not like this at all, because she said she couldn't smell anything. I noticed that one of the mature ladies, it was Love Something Another is her tag name, and she's a mature lady. I think she is one of the most mature ladies on here talking about candles, and she said she loves this, but she does it in a warmer, and she said she uses 2 candles. A lot of people who, you know, were giving gifts to older ladies, they are not that adept in candles. So I would say don't get this for a gift, but if you want it for yourself, or if somebody's in a 1-bedroom apartment, I think it gets in a 1-bedroom apartment. But for that reason, I think this is going to be on the 75% off rack. I think they're going to get a lot of these back from people who got them as gifts and they don't think they can smell anything. This Chestnut and Cloves. It's a medium throw. I love this candle, but I think because the throw is not strong, a lot of returns are coming for this one. And I think when they get those returns and tax season is coming up, I don't believe they're going to sit on all these candles for a whole nother SAS time period. They're not putting these out in the summertime. I never saw any of these holiday candles in the summertime. I saw a few sweet cinnamon pumpkins during the summertime, but that made sense because right after summer, here comes fall, so it makes sense to have those out there, the fall candles out in summertime to resell them because that's what they're pushing. But that's my whole list of candles to look for. Please come back after SAS, you know, where I nailed it, where I missed it. So, you know, it's fun to communicate with one another. Anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody, and Jesus loves you. Happy New Year. And this is my Vlogmas. I hope it's creating some fun for you in the season. You know, free fun in your house. Be safe, be happy, and, you know, joy in Jesus. Yes, Jesus loves you, and I love you with all the Jesus in me. Be blessed, beautiful.